Hello, and a very warm welcome back. I am Sam, your lead tutor and mentor on this Digital and Technology Solutions professional degree apprenticeship. It is absolutely fantastic to have you here with me today as we dive into the next phase of your journey. Today, we are looking at Skill 25, effectively communicate value add to the client through a variety of media, such as presentations, written reports, and storytelling. This is the skill that takes all the brilliant analysis you do and actually puts it into the real world. The core concept here is value translation. You might have designed the perfect socio-technical process improvement, but if you speak about it in pure technical jargon, the business leaders won't care. You have to translate technical reality into strategic business value. Why does this matter so much? Because a brilliant solution that no one understands is functionally worthless. Your analysis is like discovering a gold mine, but communication is the craftsmanship required to turn that raw gold into something the client will actually buy. Our goal today is to help you master the art of storytelling and media selection. We want to ensure that every time you speak, present, or write, your strategic advice is heard, understood, and acted upon by the decision makers. Let's use my scaffold and ascend method to break down this skill. The core task is to communicate value add to the client, but doing this effectively relies on a framework of 3 distinct pillars. Pillar 1 is the audience. Before you even open PowerPoint or Word, you must ask yourself, who am I speaking to? What are their fears, their goals, and their metrics for success? Pillar 2 is the message. This is your core story. It is the structured narrative that connects the client's current pain point directly to your proposed solution, making the value blindingly obvious. Pillar 3 is the medium. This is choosing the right tool for the job. Do they need a 50-page technical report, a dynamic 10-minute presentation, or just a 1-page executive summary? Finally, beware of the ultimate bias trap, assuming the client cares about technical features just because you do. Business leaders care about outcomes, revenue, and risk. You must always check your technical bias at the door. Let's look at Pillar 1, the audience. A fantastic tool to use here is the Power Interest Grid. This helps you map out exactly how to communicate with different stakeholders based on their influence and their stake in the project. If a stakeholder has high power and high interest, like your project sponsor, you must manage them closely. They need frequent, detailed, and highly strategic communications to ensure they remain your champion. If they have high power but low interest, like a busy CEO, you must keep them satisfied. Do not send them massive reports. Send them sharp, 1-page executive summaries that highlight the return on investment. If they have low power but high interest, like the end users of a new system, you must keep them informed. Use workshops or town halls. If you ignore them, they will resist the change, destroying the value of your project. Your ultimate skill here is adaptation. You must constantly shift your language, moving seamlessly from technical details with the developers to high-level strategic outcomes with the board. Now we move to Pillar 2, the message. Human beings are wired to remember stories, not bullet points. You need to use a professional storytelling arc to make your advice stick. It starts with the situation. This is the hook. You ground the room by stating facts everyone agrees on. For example, our customer base has grown by 20% this year. This builds immediate alignment. Next is the complication. You introduce the business problem, which creates tension. However, our legacy CRM cannot handle this volume, leading to a 10% drop in response times. You have now given them a reason to care. Then, you bring the resolution. You present your socio-technical solution as the hero that fixes the tension. By migrating to a cloud-based CRM, we automate triage and restore response times. Finally, you cement the value. You must answer the "so what" test. Don't just say it's faster. Say, this will save 40 hours of manual admin a week, increasing sales capacity by £50,000. That is measurable business value. Pillar 3 is the medium. The channel you choose to deliver your message is just as important as the message itself. If you choose the wrong medium, your value is lost. A formal presentation is best for high-stakes decisions. When you need to persuade a room of stakeholders to align on a single strategy or release funding, you need the dynamic, visual impact of a presentation. A written report is for detailed evidence. It provides the rigorous data, the risk assessments, and the due diligence that backs up your presentation. The engineers and auditors will read this. The 1-page summary is your secret weapon. It is best for time-poor executives who just need the headlines: what is the problem, what is the fix, and what is the ROI. Finally, the workshop. This medium is best for collaboration. When you need to roll out a socio-technical process change, you don't lecture people, you workshop it with them to build deep end-user buy-in. Let's look at S25 in action. Imagine you have identified that your client desperately needs to migrate their fragmented databases to a unified cloud CRM. You need to pitch this. The wrong way to do this is to walk into the boardroom and start talking about API endpoints, server redundancy, and data schemas. The board will glaze over, they will see it as an IT expense, and they will reject it. The right way is to use S25. You tell a story. You explain that disjointed data means sales reps are double calling clients, frustrating them and causing a 5% churn rate. You pitch the CRM as a tool to stop churn. The outcome of this approach is completely different. The CEO approves the budget immediately because you didn't sell them a database, you sold them a solution to customer churn. You communicated value. For your portfolio, S25 is your chance to shine as a communicator. You need to document how you influenced a decision. Use the STARR method. Situation: the IT team had designed a brilliant new cloud migration strategy, but the business leaders kept rejecting the budget because they didn't understand the technical proposal. Task: my task was to step in, translate the technical benefits into business value, and communicate this effectively to secure the funding. Action: I used storytelling techniques to rewrite the pitch. I moved away from a written report and delivered a tailored presentation to the board, explicitly linking the cloud migration to reduce downtime risks and faster time to market for new products. Result: the board approved the funding unanimously, and the CEO specifically praised the clarity and business focus of the presentation. If you are currently working on your major project, S25 is how you deliver your final conclusions. The EPA explicitly requires you to present your findings. You must include a business case or a formal presentation element within your project submission. Do not just hand in 10,000 words of technical text. To include your presentation slide deck or a one-page executive summary in the appendices as hard evidence of your communication skills. You should also explicitly state in your report how you tailored your communication. Explain that you wrote the technical appendix for the IT lead, but designed the slides for the business sponsor. This proves you are a strategic consultant capable of driving action across the whole business. I want to give you a highly practical tool for S25, the one-page story framework. This is the ultimate way to communicate value to busy people. It starts with a strong headline. Don't write server update. Write proposal to upgrade infrastructure to reduce system outages by 40%. Next, list the current state. Use just 2 bullet points to outline the pain the business is feeling right now to set the hook. Then, clearly state your recommendation. Tell them exactly what socio-technical change or technology solution you are proposing. Finally, outline the payoff and next steps. List the financial or strategic return on investment, and explicitly state what you need from them right now, whether that is a signature, a budget, or a meeting. To conclude today's session, I want you to remember this simple rule: excellent analysis finds the truth, but excellent communication gets the truth acted upon. You must always analyze your audience before you even think about opening PowerPoint or Word. If you don't know who you are talking to, you cannot influence them. Make it a habit to constantly translate. Never let a technical feature stand alone, always tie it back to a tangible business benefit using the "so what" test. I challenge you this week to take whatever project you are currently working on and draft a one-page summary using the framework we just discussed. It will instantly elevate your professional standing. Thank you for your time today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you now feel more confident in mastering this topic. If you found value in this session, I have a small favor to ask. Please hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and follow our channel. It really means a lot to me and helps the algorithm show these lessons to other apprentices, just like you, who need support. Don't forget, you can download today's slides and the full transcript at www.mentorinai.com EPAHUB. While you are there, check out our mock interview and portfolio review services to make sure you are fully ready for your EPA. See you in the next video. Keep learning.